It was early in the morning, around 3 am, when I started my journey from home towards the airport. I was getting ready for my first flight to Delhi from Kolkata, and from there, I had my connecting flight from Delhi to Paris. This was a huge trip, the biggest after quite some time in my life. A trip to France. I was really excited for this trip, and when the day came, I was ready with my bags packed and a taxi waiting outside my home, and hence started this epic journey. This journey was in Paris and in Grenoble, and it was all about exploring Paris in a different way. In a different way, people would actually know Paris this time. You know Paris for the Eiffel Towers, for the Louvre, for the Lovelock Bridge, and all those things. But there is a different Paris altogether. And I have been to Paris before and I have seen all these things, but I had never seen the different side of Paris. And this time I had planned that I would go ahead and witness this different side of Paris. So I went ahead, explored these places, explored the various kind of food they had, the different kind of cuisines and the French delicacies. In Grenoble, Grenoble is a small place. It's more of a small town, but I thought of the weekend in Grenoble. I thought of spending in Marseille, but I could not go there. So I thought of exploring Grenoble itself. After all, Grenoble is a beautiful town. It's on the foots of Alps, and it's a beautiful place surrounded by snow-covered mountains all around, and you have the Estuary River flowing through. The morning sunrise and the evening sunset were the most beautiful moments that I had in Grenoble. Every day I used to go by the river and sit there during the sunrise and the sunset and witness them. And then on the weekends in Grenoble, I went around Grenoble and went to the Bastille Fort, the museum, and also went up hiking and went into another museum, archaeological museum in Grenoble. Saw a couple of other sites. They were truly beautiful. And last but not the least, for me in traveling, exploring places is always there, but at the same time eating the local cuisine and the delicacies of those places is a must, and a trip is an incomplete trip without that, for me at least. So I digged into all the French delicacies I could grab on. Yes, there are certain limitations I have. I was offered by a friend to try tartar, but I realized tartar was just a raw meat, so I skipped that. But then I dived into a bucket of oysters and a platter of seafood, others, a French delicacy, and also I tried a beautiful juicy steak out there, and croissant was always there in my breakfast. So I tried. In short, I tried a lot of French delicacies, and if not even French delicacies, there were lots of Italian restaurants. Tried pizza, and food was the most important chapter out there. And also I included wine this time, and it was also a beautiful experience out there. So this trip was all about exploring the places that I never thought I would explore, and I actually found that it's pretty wonderful out there. So this video is not about that trip. This video is about how I ended up in that trip. How I felt when I started off from my home and was going towards the airport, and then in the flight, a long flight of 10 hours, and then when I landed in Paris and I had the first glimpse of the city. This video is all about those feelings that I had. The vlog about the food and the different places I visited will be followed up in the next few series of videos that I'll be posting on YouTube. So stay tuned for those. But this video is all about, you can say this is just a prologue. And this video, I just want to tell everyone that it's okay. You don't have to go to Europe every time. You don't have to go to exotic destinations to explore. You can explore somewhere nearby, somewhere, so you can explore the place you live in. Exploring is just knowing your surrounding, knowing what you really have there. Maybe I was in Europe, but honestly this time, this trip was all about exploring the places without incurring a huge amount of expense. And I went there for work, and therefore I explored the place that I was already there for my work. So I did not incur a huge amount of expense, and I did not have much expectation from places like Grenoble and Paris. I had but Paris is, I had already visited Paris a couple of times, so I thought there was nothing more in Paris. But then I realized no, I was wrong, and there is lots of other things in Paris. And then in Grenoble, I never thought Grenoble would be such a beautiful place to actually explore. No matter where you are, after this trip I have realized a place or the expense or money that doesn't bound you from exploring. You yourself prevent yourself from exploring. The thought that you cannot is what is stopping you from exploring. Put on your shoes, put on a pair of comfortable jeans, a shirt, get some money in your pocket, and just step outside your house and start walking. And you walk till you come across a place which you don't actually recognize, and once you are there, your exploration starts. And that is where you have to be a little bit of courageous and brave and move on, because there's nothing to be afraid of. There's no harm in it. Yes, of course, you don't go into wrong places where you know it's gonna be bad, but sometimes accidents even happen, you don't know. But be brave, it's exploration after all. Things happen. You have to just believe in the best and move on. Try the different food. Try to live in the lifestyle of the people of those places where you're visiting. Spend a day in their shoe. Enjoy your life in their way of living. You'll see how different we are, yet so similar. You see, you get this feeling that in maybe the way of things that these people are doing in this new place are different, but for some reason it seems to be similar. After all, they are also living, maybe by their own style, by their own way, and you do the same at your home in a different way. The ultimate goal is to live and be happy. They are doing it their way. You are doing it your own way at your home. The point of exploration is just for one day, you leave aside your way of living and being happy and step into the shoes of someone else, a different people in a different place, and enjoy life their way. And I can assure you that is going to be equally fun, if not more. And once you actually start liking it, you actually get addicted to it, and it feels like I should try it more often with more other kind of people in more other kind of region. And you go to different other countries and you mix with different people, their way of life, their cuisine, their festivals. You start enjoying them in their own way, and somehow deep inside it's something similar to what you would have done at home, at your own place, at your own locality. But it's also not the same, yet it's similar. And that is when you realize it's not similar because it's a different way of doing it, but it's somewhat similar because the end goal is to be happy and enjoy life. That is what you do want to do, and that is what they are doing, just in a different way. It's like tasting a wine from a different, from a different vineyard. The tastes are different, but all are equally good. So, traveling is somewhat like that, and that is why I want to encourage all of my viewers to stop sitting at your home, go out, enjoy this world. Traveling is a part of life. The less you do it, the more you will lose. Enjoy this video and stay tuned for more of the vlogs that I'll be posting about Paris and Grenoble, or in general France. So there are lots of videos about new places that I've been to, and also, of course, lots of food video and seafood vlogs. So it will take some time, but I'll come up with those as and when I can. So till then, take care, bye bye, see you in my next vlog soon.